What's up YouTube, this is Arlyoshi as usual, I'm Max and welcome to more Let's Play Asagao Academy, Normal Boots Club. Last time, we eavesdropped on a conversation and learned that Shane is racist against people with pink hair and is trying to convert the rest of the Normal Boots Club into being that. Shane is kind of a dick if you can't tell. This time, John wants to talk to us. Anna. I looked up. John was standing just in front of my desk, eyes glittering.
Hey.
Yes? Bleh. Yeah. I need you in my play. Please, Hana.
What?
Huh? John grabbed my shoulders, his arms shaking so much I felt like I was vibrating. The drama club. Our play this year. We're doing Romeo and Juliet. I've been thinking about it for so long. I couldn't have just anyone, and I wasn't finding someone who fit my particular needs. But then you come along. I've been watching you. I'm sure you can do it. Please, Hana. I need you. Only you. Did he want me to be Juliet? At least come see what I've been working on. Please, Hana. Okay. I'll come and see, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, Hana, thank you so much. You're darling. John flung his arms around my neck, then just as quickly let go. I glanced away to hide my face, sure I was turning pink. Awesome. This'll be great. Meet me after school in the theater. I've got everything prepared for you. Yeah, great. Well, now that that's settled, come on, Hana. Let's go to lunch. He hustled out of the room with a bird-like grace. I stared after him. It was like a whirlwind just left. He, honestly, reminded me a lot of Mai.
Hey.
You coming, Anna? He poked his head around the corner. Yeah. He might have been spending too much time with that bird. Man, that test today was brutal. I totally bombed it. I failed miserably. PBG held up his paper. There was a big red F at the top. John winced and slowly raised his own failed exam. The two laughed and high-fived. It's not a big deal. I'll just retake it later. I had way better things to do than study. I never thought I'd pass. Gerard and I did wonderfully. Most of our home group did. Maybe your teacher teaches differently? Nope. I got an 89, so it's not Miss Shizuka. These two are just massive idiots. I nodded. Wow. I didn't feel like admitting to my 93, not after seeing how badly John and PBG did.
Awesome.
Wow, that's awesome, Shane. It's like your mind is just made for facts. You totally deserve it. Did you get your 97 raised, Gerard? That's not like you at all, Gerard. Gerard laughed sheepishly.
Completed.
Yeah, I got my 100. To be fair, I would have gotten 100 like normal, but one of the questions could be answered in two ways. I told the teacher and he changed my score accordingly. I think you got a couple of points too, Satch. You had to have that 100, didn't you? Did you get a completion bonus? I get to take a lot of crap from you guys. That's more than enough to make it worth it. I need a drink. Hold on. Jeez. I smiled alongside them, still feeling somewhat out of my element. Shane's comments hung over my head even now, but I didn't think there was much I could do about it. Before class, I quickly filled Mai in on John's proposition. I'm kind of worried about it.
What?
Are you kidding, Hana? He wants you to be Juliet. And he'll be Romeo. Oh, that's so romantic. He's totally hitting on you. I don't know, Mai. I'm really not an actress. I'm bad at the limelight. There's no way he wouldn't have noticed that, and I doubt he's hitting on me either. Hana, get a grip on yourself. You're one of the nicest people I've ever met. Any guy would be lucky to have you. That's why you're my best friend. I mean, why else would he make such a big deal out of it? Excuse me. We're gonna pretend Mai burped. Excuse you, Mai. He did seem upset. You might have a point. John is Romeo and me is Juliet. It was corny, but kind of cute. Visions of myself and John in period clothes sweeping across a stage floated through my mind. Spotlights glistening in his hair. He leaned in towards me. On guard! Oh, he really is speaking in Comic Sans. No! Ugh. Romeo, my love. Juliet. This isn't how the story was supposed to go. Romeo. Ah! Whoa, what's wrong? Nothing. Sorry. Is class over? Yeah, you're going to the theater, right? After that daydream, it was hardly like I had a choice.
Bye-bye.
I'll see you back in the dorms.
Bye.
Okay, bye. The posters are still up. They haven't even rearranged. Okay, seriously. Here's a question. Why is there no wall space? It's all lockers and doors. That's something I just noticed. Like, seriously, you shouldn't be allowed to put posters on the lockers. It's okay, Hana. You can do this. The theater is here, right? Looks like it. The door opened into a gorgeous room with bright red seats. John was down on the stage, his arms flung to the ceiling. Doth thou protestations relinquish mine, famine? Nay. Nay! Jacques, you've got to have a little more intensity. Don't you want to be famous? Nay. Why, you little... Excuse me?
Hana!
Hana! His voice shot up several octaves. Come in, come in, come in. He leaped up the stairs, grabbed me by the hand, and pulled me into the room. I wasn't sure you were going to come. Thank you so much, Hana. You were really the only person I could trust to do this. About that, John. I don't know about this. I'm really not an actress. There's no way I could be Juliet. Eh? He stopped pulling me. Who said anything about Juliet? Didn't you?
No.
No! That wasn't the part you wanted to talk to me about? Oh no, of course not. You're right. You're not suited to Juliet at all. Ouch indeed. Wow. He ran backstage, returning with a large inflatable bag. Actually, I wanted you to be... Drum roll please, Jacques. Da 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 da. He tossed the bag on the stage. The crumpled plastic unraveled, revealing...
Yeah!
A tree! Maybe you could have cut it out with the dramatics there, buddy. Tree. You're perfect for the part. You're so shy and quiet, and you have an impressive ability to stand still for long periods of time. The other day in class, you stood into space for almost 20 minutes straight and didn't move a muscle. Oh. Of course. Why would he want me to play a lead role? It was obvious I wasn't cut out for that kind of thing. Wanting to play the Romeo to my Juliet? How ludicrous. What's wrong? Of course I wouldn't be able to play Juliet. No one would think I could do that. Well, it's not that you can't. But John wasn't trying to be mean. He just didn't seem to get that it was insulting. I'll think about it, okay? But I think I'm gonna go for now. If you say so. We should have given me your answer soon. I'm so ready for this. It's gonna be the best play yet. Especially with Jacques as our Juliet. What? I love you. Goodbye, John.
See you later.
See you later, Anna. What just happened? How awful was that? I shut the door to the dorm room, wanting nothing more than to collapse onto my bed.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Hana! Mai was laying on her bunk upside down, her red hair spilling over to the side. Something glinted in her hands. What are you doing? I'm cutting out little blossoms, see? She held a pink cherry blossom to the ceiling. It's so your senpai will notice you. Still going on with that? What are you even talking about? You know, senpai always notices the girl when she's outside, surrounded by a shower of cherry blossom petals, the wind blowing in her hair.
Hello.
Your guy will definitely notice you with these. A flash of anger ripped through me. Why don't you just save them for yourself? Jared will never notice you without them. Oh, whoa! No, not cool! Jeez, Hana! Holy crap! Why am I playing as you? I turned on my heel and stalked out of the dorm room. Hana, you're a bitch. It was because of stuff like that I thought John was trying to... No, it was stupid of me to imagine it could happen in the first place. I stepped out to the front of Poppy Hall, the crisp evening air wafting against my face and cooling my skin. A faint tinge of smoke threaded its way into my hair, reminding me of days spent cooking with my father. How stupid. Oh, this is a new place. With a moving sky! I headed for the field, my stomach sinking with every step. I shouldn't have snapped at Mai. None of this was her fault. She was being so nice to me, and I said that awful thing to her. She was never going to want to be my friend again. I stopped at a tree and leaned against it. The sun was rapidly setting, the night air growing colder and colder. Although I was shivering, I didn't want to go back inside. There was no way I could face Mai after what happened. What a terrible person I was. Yeah, that was kind of a dick move. I sat down and hugged my knees, pressing my head into my arms. I stayed that way for a long time, trying not to pay attention to what was going through my head. The wind picked up, roaring past me and whipping my hair against my skin. Wow, you've been here, like, till nighttime? It was so loud, I didn't hear the footsteps until they were right next to me. I looked up. Mai, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have snapped at you. I was just upset because I thought John wanted me to be Juliet, but he turns out he wants me to be a tree. I shouldn't have cared so much about it. I'm really just an awful person. Mai let out a peal of laughter. Oh, don't worry, I'm just gonna stab you now. That's how this is totally gonna end. That John, he doesn't mean anything by it. But that is something he would do. He's nice, but he could be a little clueless sometimes. She sat next to me and wrapped an arm around my shoulders. Together we huddled against the rough bark of the oak tree, somewhat sheltered from the wind. You remember what Shane said about my hair? Mai's arm tightened around me. I've been on edge ever since. I don't know how to face them, even when they're being nice. I'm so afraid they hate me. I'm sorry I'm such a coward. Well, it's okay. We're all cowards sometimes. Maybe we should just approach our problems directly, instead of coming at them from the side with flowers and friendship. Yeah, stop trying to make friends with things. Punch them in the face! You want to join the Normal Boots Club, don't you? Yes. Well, I want to date Jared. Neither of these will happen if we keep avoiding the stuff that makes us nervous. Yeah. If we want something, we should go get it. We shouldn't... Look, just because we're used to waiting for things to happen to us, doesn't mean that they're always going to if we're just patient enough. Hana, if you want to join the Normal Boots Club, you have to keep moving forward, strongly, without fear, without looking back, right? Yeah. And the same goes for you, Mai. Yeah, it does. I rested my head on Mai's shoulder, thankful that she was taller than my paltry 5'2". She lay her head on top of my own.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna try harder. Nothing good came of me avoiding my problems and being a coward. I can't keep running away, or else eventually I'm going to run out of places to go, and then I'll break. If I really want to make a new life at Asagao, I have to try.
Seriously.
I'm gonna be my best self and be myself, and I'm going to actually try. Who knows? Maybe Shane will warm up to me eventually. Mai pulled me closer into a hug.
Yeah.
That's the spirit. Now what do you say we get inside? It's freezing. Yes, let's. And thank you, Mai. Mai smiled at me. No, thank you. Let's go. That alone easily makes up for the earlier moment. Quickly, there's only 2 minutes left. Giant yellow letters ballooned on my phone's screen, blocking several falling cubes and preventing me from making more combos and deploying more troops. Damn it, get out of the way! A small yellow plush with a great smiley face waved a sword, and the big bad, a giant, came rushing out of the castle. Smiley man, so we meet again. What are you doing? Ah! You lose. No. How do I speak in Comic Sans? Oops. Sorry. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to speak in Comic Sans. Ian, the brutal moose of yore, stood over my shoulder, peering at my phone. What do you want? Yeesh, touchy, aren't we? What are you doing playing such a boring game anyway? Nothing. I was waiting for Mai and I was bored. To tell the truth, I was practicing. That game's similar to the one that's going to be in the tournament, right? You lost pretty quickly. It doesn't seem like you're any good. He looked at my phone again and froze. I glanced back at the screen. My score was still slowly totaling, speeding over the 100,000 range.
What?
Holy crap! How did you do that? Do what? Your score? That's incredible. How long have you been playing this game? I never seen Ian so animated. If you ask me, I would almost say he cared about what was happening. I guess 2 weeks maybe? Only 2 weeks. He put his hand to his chin and thought. If you're this good at this game, you might be able to learn to play the one for the tournament. What are you suggesting? He glared at me. We both know you'd love to join the Normal Boots Club, and they need someone to fill puzzle games during the tournament. You need to join the team. I gazed at him, trying to read his face. Could he be pulling my leg? It was possible that I was actually much worse than average, and they wanted me to join the team to drag down their score. A dirty move, but I wasn't sure Ian wouldn't do it if given the chance. Ian sighed. Look, at least give it some thought. That was impressive, and I wouldn't mind having some competition for once. Fun fact, in about the last 5 minutes, my eyes have been flicking away to kind of look at my internet. My internet has flicked off and then back on in the last 5 minutes, and I've just been like, what's going on? Anyway, apparently Ian's presence ruins my internet, so brutal moves go away. He turned on his heel and ambled to his seat. What was that about? I told her what just happened.
Really?
Really? He thinks you have what it takes? That would be awesome, wouldn't it, Hana? Isn't this exactly what you wanted? I guess. Not everyone's so enthusiastic about having me on the team, though. Shane's glaring face passed through my mind. I'm sure if you proved yourself, it would be alright. What are you gonna do? I mean, like I said, gotta try. Even if I fail, I'm gonna work hard and give it my best. And maybe I can even make Shane and the others accept me. Now's not the time for me to sit around and wonder what else I can do.
Yeah!
There's my girl. Oh, Hana, you're catapulting through the sky like a shooting star. Bless. And what are you gonna do next? Talk to them? An image of whoa. An image of myself going head to head with Shane flickered through my mind. Maybe not just yet. Sensing my unease, Mai shrugged. Well, don't worry about it too much. Ian's part of Hidden Block after all. It wouldn't help him to have competition, and besides... Shizuka stalked in, looking furious. Turn to page 394! And that was the end of that. Finally, class was over. I gathered my bags and joined Mai as she headed to the door. Hana. Shane stood before me, shifting from foot to foot. Can I speak to you? A lump formed in my throat. What did he want now? Sure, Mai, go on ahead. If you say so. With a worried tone in her voice, Mai left us alone. Shane waved me out of the classroom and into a nook next to the window. It came to my attention that I perhaps said something that perhaps I should not have said, and that perchance I may have possibly bothered you in some such fashion as cause of my words that I said. I'm sorry? Yes, exactly. What?
Well...
I'm sorry for what I said about your hair. My heart skipped a beat. How did you know I heard that? Mai. She came to my room last night and tore my ear off. Oh my. See? Wow. Okay. I mean, I think this makes up for her being Jared crazy and potentially klepto. My chagrin quickly turned to gratefulness. How many other girls would go to one of the most popular guys in school and chew him out because he was mean to her friend? Especially when I wasn't even supposed to hear it. I hope you can forgive me. A weight lifted from my shoulders. Oh no, I'm really happy. Thank you so much for apologizing to me. To be honest, I've been worrying about this for a while now, so I'm glad you've changed your mind. I didn't say that. You know, you can't just apologize for something if it's not something you would take back. So, fuck you, Shane. I deflated. Look, it's not really about you. Or in a way it is, but you can't really help that. Is that supposed to make me feel better? Never mind. Look, you have to come with me. I have a surprise. Following Shane around was not something I would particularly like to do, especially considering what just happened, but... Yeah, okay. Shane grabbed my wrist and led me down the hallway. I could probably have followed him just as well without his needing to do that, but there were worse things in this world. Before long, we wound up in front of the Normal Boots club room. I swear to God, if there's just like, alright, we welcome you into the club, just out of nowhere. That's just out of nowhere. That's just dumb. What is this? Without saying a word, Shane opened the door and led me in. Inside, the entirety of Normal Boots was waiting, along with a sullen-faced Ian.
Bye.
Well, looks like my work is done. Goodbye. He brushed past me as PBG began to laugh.
See ya.
Thanks, man. See you in the tournament. So, Hannah, I bet you're wondering why Mr. Stoic brought you here. A little bit, yeah. As you know, there is a tournament that happens each year in early spring. This year, the tournament is in about a month and a half. We each compete in various events. It used to be an easy win, but with Hidden Block around, things change. We want to keep our competitive edge. Something happened last year that made it so we no longer have someone competing in the puzzle category. I stand by my decision. So we need someone to take John's place. I don't understand. We all have different categories we're entering into, and half of us have jobs or other clubs that we're busy with. We can't exactly take more on. For example, I compete in the invention and game design category, also the stabbing people in the back category. So, don't turn around. I play retro games, get a higher score than the other fellow by the end of the level, that kind of thing. I play pinball on the machines the arcade provides, and it's the same thing, really. Shane does Mario Kart racing, or at least he will this year. I do completion speedruns, so I gather and accomplish everything in a game as fast as possible. It's just as draining as it sounds. We compete in tag team 80s and 90s arcade beat-em-ups. Specific, I know. And I dance. I don't know why I find that so funny, but it is very fitting. We each have our own fields, and we can't take the time to learn a new one. So, Ian told us how good you are at Dumbadoom's Revenge. He suggested you enter the tournament as a member of the Normal Boots Club. Really? Why on earth would he do that? He's won that event every year he's gone to school in this district. He wants a little challenge this time around. Just because we're rivals doesn't mean we're not friends. Anyways, we voted on whether you should join the club, and, well, long story short, we've got a compromise. You enter the tournament, and if you win, you get to join the Normal Boots Club. If you lose, well, you don't have what it takes. Okay, I think I could run with this. What do you say? This was amazing. This was exactly what I wanted. This was my chance, but I don't know. If I lost, didn't that mean I would lose their friendship too? I'd be a laughing stock and I'd be left alone again. Hana. Mai? You should accept. But where did you even come from? Don't you remember what you told me? No more giving up. Yeah, I do. Okay, I'm gonna try. And that was how I got the opportunity to join the Normal Boots Club. If I could win my event for the tournament, I would officially join the team. If I didn't, the club would be more likely to lose the tournament, and I wouldn't get to stick around. It was scary, but if I succeeded, it would be worth it. Well, we're gonna see what else happens in the next episode. So, I've been Max, and we'll see you next time for more Asagao Academy. Now we have to learn how to play a puzzle game club. Whoosh! Boom, boom.